Hello everyone, welcome to SQL interview question, update churn rate. In this lesson, first we will cover understanding the interview question and how to ask your interviewer the right questions. Then we will solve the problem step by step. Last but not least, we will revisit the solution to see if there is any corner case we missed or if we misunderstood the interviewer's question. So now, let's read through the question. Update the newly registered Facebook users to an existing table. Add a new column called flag indicating if the user is new or already existed. Calculate the churn rate of these newly added users after 2 weeks. Do you understand the question? Now, we must ask the interviewers all necessary questions to clear up the problem. First, what is the churn rate? Churn is defined as a user not using Facebook in the past 7 days. Second, what tables, relationships, and data fields are we working with? Usually, interviewers will give you the table after you ask this question, but sometimes you need to think through the problem and come up with a table on your own. It's okay if you need to go back, add, or delete certain data fields or relationships, but make sure that the interviewer is following your thought process. This means that you should vocalize your thoughts as you solve this problem. Here, I have created the existing users table with all necessary fields. Since it's about user login activities, we need a unique user ID, username, and a registered date to compare with the last login date to identify the newly added users after 2 weeks. In an actual table, there will probably be many more fields. However, this is all we need to know for now in order to solve this problem. After we get the new user table, as requested in the question, we need to add a new column called flag to indicate whether it's an existing user or not. To add a new column with some values in the existing table, one way is to alter the existing table and add a column name, column type, plus default values. An alternative way to do it is to add a new column first using alter and then update the table, setting the new column with certain values based on some conditions. The condition here is that registered date is before now to be an existing user. After we have added the new columns with default values, we need to add new users to the existing table. We just need to insert certain values into the table according to the sequence of the fields we have. We don't need to insert the ID values we have, since usually the ID has a default incremental refresh attribute. You should also point this out to the interviewer to clarify. The last step is to calculate the churn rate according to the definition given to us. Churn rate equals the number of churn users divided by the number of new users. The number of churn users are those new users whose last login was 7 days before now. The number of new users are those whose last login date was more than 2 weeks after the registered date. In other words, the number of churn users is a subset of the number of new users, who are new but also churned from this website/platform. Here, we created 2 temporary tables to calculate both values and get the rate out of these two. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us.